What's up, everybody? Let me just get straight to it. Just like I told y'all, um, the process for the voting was going to take longer. Right now, Biden is in the lead, but not by too much. By the way, this is D-CEE, and you're tuning into the hotspot with D-CEE. I was going to go on Facebook. You know what? But fuck Facebook right now. I gave I gave a little, did a little video on there the other day. Um, Trying to really stay away from there and stick with my YouTube because at least y'all allow us, excuse me, to say more and don't try to cut us off, even though you mess with our following numbers and all that. But you're a little better than they are. But anyways, right now, Trump is already trying to say that he wants to end it. He won. He believes that they're going to win and that they're going to steal votes. A lot of people predict a civil war. A lot of people talk about the militia group, which the militia group was already talked about. A lot of places are being shut down, so people are getting a little nervous. But as I always say, keep your eyes and ears open because this is it is going to be a process, a longer process than usual. Here we are on the second day now. Second day. It could end up to a week. It could end up, who knows? Because you got a lot of votes that still need to come in from the people from different cities and states. But also, you have the voting ballots that are coming in from the military. So you mean to tell me that he's in such a rush to just win that he's not willing to accept other people's votes? That is their right. You see how this guy tries to make up his own rules? You see how he tries to do that? And let me just talk about how Fat Joe, shout out to Fat Joe, how he went in on 50, how he went in on Little Pump and Little Wayne for supporting Trump. And also, he went in on black people. He went in on the Puerto Ricans saying they don't want to, that they not going out there to vote. Let me tell you a true story that happened yesterday while I was on the phone talking to somebody that I know. And they told, the first thing, it was like, I hope Biden wins. And I said, did you vote? They said no. I said, I can't even fucking, basically, I cut them off. I hung up on their ass. We couldn't even have no more conversation after this. And like I said on my video on Facebook, you're the fucking problem. Why shit is the way it is. Because your ass is not going out there to vote. But yet, you think that you have conversation with people that vote? Your words don't mean shit because you are the problem. You're not doing anything to fix this situation. Your voting means a lot. I think people think this is a fucking game. We're telling people to go out. First of all, people with their stupid ass statistics. Since he's been in the office, unemployment has went down, and we know due to the pandemic is that a lot of places are in, a lot of these small businesses had to lay off their employers, which means a lot of people are still sitting at home waiting to be called in. I have 2 jobs and I have to do 2 jobs. That's a whole nother story. I'm still waiting for my job, one of my jobs, to call me back. Yet I do get money through them. I'm still employed with them It's just the fact that it's laid off. I'm not fired, but, but I don't want to depend on that. Meanwhile, let me talk. Shout out to Cube, Ice Cube. Yes, he's looking at the police brutality. He's looking at all that, but he's talking about a financial situation where we are at the lowest totem pole when it comes to that. And we've done so much for this country. We've with our blood, sweat, and tears. We were brought here slaves. We were hung, lynched, beaten, still gunned down. So he was talking about more of, let's look at the economic plan with this platinum plan. Let's look more into that. Now, what he was saying is he ain't going to stand for the broken promises and just talk just for the election, just written words. And I would encourage everybody to watch um, Revolt TV. I definitely would encourage people to watch that show um, that that Diddy put together. I gotta give him credit on that. There is a show called Trump Hip Hop versus Trump, and I think it's a show that I think y'all really need to check that show out. You need to see Tamika Mallory that is on there. You know, she's a civil rights leader or whatever. Not an activist. I'm sorry. Same thing. Whatever. Respect to David Banner that was on the panel. T.I., Joey Badass, my son, a couple of the people from the Source and Double XL magazine. You had all kind of people on there, and of course, um, cousin Jeff from you know, formerly of BET that used to come on the basement, used to be on there, you know, breaking stuff down, you know, kicking the politics, you know, talking about real life issues that we have to face as black people. See, the cover up now is minorities, right? They say the word minorities. It does not include black people. Minorities speak on every, you know, every other. And I think everybody should get what they deserve and they worked hard for. And yes, it's long overdue for us. And when I say this, it's not for people to get offended, but know your history and why I'm saying that. We need to start our own business. And y'all need to realize that the power belongs to us. We put these people in the office, which I keep telling people over and over again. I'm still watching the news now. I see Biden at 227 and I see Trump at 213, and it's not over yet because you're counting different states, different cities, or where you know that Trump is going to get the most votes at. But this is nowhere near done. But I want everybody to pray. And all these bullshit ass ads or whatever people are putting up saying that um, you have the right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. Yes, I know all that shit. But let's just be very fucking clear about this guy in the fucking White House. We all, of course, have the right to vote for who we want to vote for. But I need people to be very clear. If you are a person of love, how the hell can you vote for somebody that promotes hate? And if you're really gonna sit there and ask that stupid ass question, you need to go back and look at all his campaigns. You need to go back to then to now and see what I'm talking about. Is Biden innocent? No. We know that he passed laws to put us in jail. We know that, but guess what? He's trying to make up for that. Now, will we forget it? And it's not even about neither one of those motherfuckers. It's not about them. It's about making sure that we get what belongs to us. If we're going to vote and put y'all asses in there, we're going to hold all y'all accountable. Even if I didn't vote for your ass, I'm still a voter. Which means I have the say and I have the right. You have the right. But if you don't vote, your opinion means absolutely shit. And I want y'all to know that. It doesn't matter who you are. And I want the Trump supporters to know that he cares so much about you that he didn't tell us about the virus. He didn't tell us about the coronavirus until later on. That's how much he cares about y'all. See, we're fighting for Jacob Blake. We're fighting for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, for all the people that we lost to police brutality through the hands of the cop. Sandra Bland that died in jail by the hands of a crooked cops, plural. Eric Gardner. We're talking right now. Joe Biden's at 50%. Trump is at 48%. But it's not a victory like, woo, no. We still got, no matter who gets, whether he is the president again, which I pray to God that he's not, and you need to pray to God that he's not, because you will regret it too, even you people that voted for him. And this is a message to you sellout house Negroes, stupid little pump, little bitch, I should call you. 20 cents, 10 cents, because you ain't worth a fucking dime, really. 50 cents. If you voted for this asshole and you endorsed him. Kanye West, I'm going to just pray for you. You don't know no better. You off your meds. So you got somebody that's mentally fucked up. You got this stupid kid with tattoos on and all that. I don't give a fuck about him then. I don't give a fuck about him now. His music is trash. He's trash. And by you endorsing this person, again, though, shout out to also the Cody, rapper, activist, young kid that's doing great things. And of course, Kerry Washington. And I would recommend, like I said, I recommend that you check out Revolt TV because it has a lot of great shows on there, and it's something you really need to watch. Something you really need to watch, and it's just a matter of right now of just waiting because this is going to be not an easy process. You got to wait for all the votes to come through. It's just, this has just been a hell of a year. So I mean, we really need to hear some good news so we can move forward as a people and in the right direction, because let's just face it, those of us that are realists and don't get caught up in this Democratic Party and Republican Party bullshit, realize that there need to be change. And the way this man is behaving right now, going on Twitter and all this shit, you don't see Joe Biden behaving in this type of manner. But we've seen this manner from Trump for a while. To some, it was funny when it needed to be funny. But now this is a serious thing. We need to get his ass. His ass needs to be. We need whenever we get that answer, it needs to be that his ass is out of the office and we got a new president. Which means we ain't gonna make it easy for you either, Joe Biden, you or Miss Harris. We're gonna be on your ass too. You know why? Because a smart person never gets comfortable. We gotta hold you accountable from beginning to end. Your 4 years is up. Depending how you do, I'll be willing to put you back in the office. And I'm pretty sure everybody else will have their opinion on that. Should we let him back in the office? But let's talk about when you get in there. You got a lot of work to do. You got to put your words to action. You see what I'm saying? We all got to put our words to action. We all, at the end of the day, that's all we got is our word. As Cube said, we ain't trying to, we don't want to hear no fucking broken promises. We've been hearing that for a long ass time. Now Obama came in there and y'all gave him hell. Shout out to David Banner, T.I., Joey Badass, my son, Ebony K. Williams, which you need to check out on the Black News on Revolt TV. And it's not about me advertising Diddy, because I really can't stand Diddy. But I appreciate what he's doing as far as that. He finally got something right besides ripping people off and doing all kind of other crazy shit. But we ain't going to get into that. So I ain't going to stay on here too long because I don't want the video to go off. I had a lot of other shit that I wanted to say. Maybe I'll save that for another day. But everybody keep your eyes and ears open. This is a crazy time. So be aware. Yes, there's militia groups out there. There's some good and bad. There's just some out here to protect us, and there's some that's out here to cause chaos. Some people, as I said, predict the Civil War. Shout out to Fat Joe for saying what you said. It was necessary. It's time to get our people in line. And shame on you motherfuckers that didn't go out there and vote. Like I said, you are the fucking problem. You're not a solution. You are the fucking problem. And I'm tired of talking to y'all. You can't sit here and say you hope for somebody to win when you didn't do anything to get them there because you didn't vote. Don't even come to me trying to have a conversation with me about voting or anybody if you did not vote. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't give a fuck who you are. See, I've been voting ever since I was 18 years old. And it meant the world to me. I was excited to be a part, to help in this process of putting people in there or caring about my community. That meant a lot to me. And I'm very upset with myself that I'm not out there in the community more than I should be helping out. But I play my part in a lot of ways. I march not beside him, but I march with him in Jersey by my son, the rapper, that y'all definitely need to check out. He's a raptivist. He doesn't call himself an activist. He's a raptivist because he's a rapper and he's an activist and he does care about the community and he speaks on that. He also speaks on his disappointment, as I told you, for Lil Wayne, for 50 and all these people that's supposed to be for you. Now, you need to start looking at some of these rappers. Ask them about you. We want to know if they really care about you or they're just taking your money. Because somebody like Michael Jackson, somebody like Tupac, somebody, as I just said, like my son, somebody like T.I., that really give back to the fucking community. Those are the people you should be supporting. These are the people you should be supporting. Take a look at them. Shout out to David Banner, telling the truth, whether people want to hear it or not, because he cares enough to tell you that. He's more focused now. He admit that in the past, he wasn't all there, but he's there mentally. He's there. We just got to get ourselves right too. We can't depend on no rappers to do that. We're looking for, as Cube said, we got enough athletes and rappers. We need some doctors, some lawyers, some senators, some new blood, some senators, some new heroes to emerge. Yes, heroes. I look at y'all as heroes because you put your life on the line. You risk it all just so we can get, and you can get what you deserve. We shouldn't have to fight for freedom. Freedom should be free. We should be free to live, free to do what we want to do. And the color of our skin shouldn't stop us from doing what we got to do. We should all be working. There should be no homeless people in the streets. Everybody should have a home to go into. Everybody shouldn't have to worry about if their bill is going to be paid the next day. Living from paycheck to paycheck because the pay rate sucks. We shouldn't have to worry about going outside being judged because of the color of our skin. We shouldn't have to worry about somebody getting in the system looking at our personal data. We shouldn't have to worry about those things. Shouldn't have to worry about those things at all. We all should be treated equal, no matter where we come from, no matter what language we speak. Because at the end of the day, we are all human beings. And please, people, stop. There's a guy at my job, he gets on my nerves. If you got to convince me that much that you have black friends, you got to convince me that much that you're not a racist. That means who are you trying to convince? You trying to convince yourself? You look a little nervous. You look kind of fucking nervous. And trust me, I can tell. But I know y'all like to think that some of y'all like to think that y'all smarter than us. That's another thing I fucking can't stand about some people like that. You think you know it all when you don't know shit. I probably know more than half of you motherfuckers. That shit needs to stop. But that's off another topic for another time. Now, apparently, they're saying that Biden needs 270 votes in order for him to win. I believe this is what they're saying on either one of their parts. Again, Biden is at 227. Trump is at 213. That's very close, y'all. And it ain't done yet. So that's why I said, man, we just got to keep this in the hands of God. Because you motherfuckers that didn't go out there and vote are making it harder for this to go through and be possible, and the process to go quicker. And you know, with the pandemic and the mail-in ballots and all that, it's going to be a little slower. But I'm not letting y'all off the hook. As I said, y'all are the problem why things are the way they are, because you don't stand up to it. All you do is run your mouth. You don't go out there and vote. I did early voting, and shout out to people that did early voting. Shout out to the people that voted, because your voting does make a difference. Shout out to Cornel West, Dr. Cornel West, not Kanye West, Cornel West. He's a civil rights leader. He's been out there before I was even a thought. Shout out to him. And I'm not even going to get into all the other topics today. I just want to stick to this because this is the most important. This is the most important thing right now, is for us to, sit and, wait for this process. And, go find something else to do. Have a cup of coffee. Go get something to eat, because this is going to be a long process. But know that we can't let this man stay in the office. I can no longer give the speech about voting because the voting process is done. Now we're just sitting here waiting for an answer. We may get it today, we might get it tonight by 7 o'clock, depending where you live, where you might receive the information at whatever time it is. And we just got to see how that's going to play out. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a video tomorrow. I don't know. But until then, it's your man D-CEE. And this is D-CEE's Hotspot. And I'm signing out. Peace, y'all. Salute to my brothers and sisters, black, white, Chinese, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Asian, Jamaican, Bayesian, Haitian, Samoan, Philippine. What I'm really trying to say is to the world, y'all have a blessed day, man. To the world, have a blessed day. YouTube, thank you for giving me this the opportunity to create this platform, and I really appreciate y'all. I'm gonna say some crazy shit, but I'm pretty sure you're used to seeing all kind of crazy shit. But anyways, I'm out because I don't want the video to go off. Peace, y'all. Stay blessed. Be proud of who you are, no matter who you are. Stay blessed and take care of each other. And everybody keep your eyes and ears open and be safe. Peace.